Hello to all. We'll discuss whether it's better to pay off your credit cards now or put money into investments for the future. Paying your credit card bill monthly is the best way to get out of debt. If you cannot accomplish that, consider consolidating your debt with a personal loan or home equity line. A balanced approach serves today's demands and tomorrow's objectives for asset management. That might entail some people paying off debt while also investing in the future. Of course, your specific requirements and circumstances are particular. Still, hopefully, this video can assist you in weighing your options and selecting a strategy that works for your objectives and scenario. If you have some extra cash each month, you might be unsure about the best course of action. Should you invest the money instead of paying off debt? Depending on your financial status, the answer can be complicated. Therefore, it's critical to consider your financial situation, the rates of return you could anticipate with each alternative, and several other variables. Therefore, making sure your financial fundamentals are in order is crucial before you start saving money for either choice. If you don't already have one, the easiest way to track your monthly revenue is to create a budget. Your financial resources are restricted, so you can only spend a certain amount each month or year on debt repayment, investments, and living expenses. For this reason, knowing what comes in and goes out each month is crucial. Your financial situation will be better under control if you follow your budget. This will enable you to invest as much money in each category as possible, boosting your net worth while establishing a reliable financial strategy. Prioritize your choices after figuring out how much money you can set aside for investing or paying off debt. Setting money away for the future in an investment vehicle is done through investing. Bonds, stocks, and mutual funds are a few examples of this. The good news is that these cars will appreciate over time. However, debt is money you have already spent and for which your lender collects interest. When a loan is not paid in full, interest accumulates, increasing the sum owed and accruing additional interest fees. This is the general principle to follow when investing. Investing makes sense if you can get a better return on your money by doing so than your loans are costing you. Your risk is a further factor to take into account. Investing is a better option than waiting impatiently to see how the market will perform if you are willing to take the risk that your returns will depend on the ups and downs of the market. There are several compelling reasons to choose to pay off debt when the option is available. Debt has a comparatively high interest rate compared to investing for a year. With credit cards, this is particularly true. Another reason to pay off debt is to improve your credit score, which is essential if you want to borrow money for a car loan or a mortgage. You'll pay higher interest rates if your credit score is low, if you can even get a loan, that is. However, your credit rating can also impact other aspects of your life. Examples include your insurance rates, your ability to rent a home, and whether or not an employer will hire you. Even without considering psychology, paying off debt may be the best option, particularly if you have a lot of it. Even though investing might yield a higher return on your money, if your debts keep you up at night, you'd prefer to pay them off. When you stop to think about it, investing and debt repayment doesn't have to be mutually exclusive options. Why not try both? Your investments in debt repayment or important financial objectives are components of your net worth. Your net worth rises because of your assets, but falls due to your debts. Your goal should be to maximize your assets while minimizing your debt, because that should be your main objective. Put as much of your cash flow into achieving these objectives as you can to achieve this. After considering your necessary expenses, you should have all your free cash flow. Put your attention toward paying off any high-interest credit card debt first. When you invest and have credit card debt, you're probably paying a higher effective interest rate on your debt than you are from your investments. You lose money overall, unless you have a significant number of investments. But since other debts are typically smaller, like mortgages and student loans, start investing just like with high-interest debt. Wealth creation depends on investing. But before you start spending your money on investments, you must ensure you're prepared. You might not be able to invest if you have a large credit card debt. You must choose the most excellent use for your limited resources to optimize their return on investment. Generally speaking, paying off credit card debt will yield a higher return on investment than almost anything else you could buy with the money. If your employer offers a matching 401 Kelvin contribution, that is the lone exception to this rule. If your employer matches your contributions 50 to 100% return on investment to your workplace retirement plan, that is free for you to take advantage of. The exact return you receive will depend on the percentage of your contributions that the firm matches, but it's typical for employers to do so up to a particular portion of your pay. For example, employers may match your contributions at 50% or 100%. Investing enough to receive the full employer match may result in a 50 to 100% return on investment. Investing in your retirement account is frequently a wise first step. According to experts, investing should account for at least 15% of your annual income. It is entirely up to you if you choose to accomplish this through an IRA or a retirement plan offered by your employer. However, be cautious not to pass up on money, such as a 401 employer match that goes unused. Aside from retirement, the best investments for you will depend on your level of risk tolerance. For example, bonds often carry less risk than stocks. By using mutual funds, you can reduce the risk. They can contribute to the diversification of stocks, bonds, and other investments, thereby lowering the risk associated with each investor. Income, lifestyle, age, and when you'll need the money can affect your risk tolerance. You may want to prioritize paying off your debt first if you find that carrying debt is burdensome for you or badly affects your mental health. Your financial aspirations may be utterly derailed by debt. It depletes your money and may cancel out any investment gains you might have. On the other hand, you may feel that taking the risk is worthwhile if it means having a greater possibility of success with your investments. Remember that there is no assurance of gain when investing. Any typical or probable rates of return that you may see are frequently based on long-term performance. If you decide to invest, you will encounter more extreme highs and lows in the short term. You should never, ever stop making payments on your debt. Before investing any extra money, make at least the bare minimum in monthly payments. Missing your minimum payment is not a good idea. Consider your minimum debt repayments as fixed costs. Therefore, minimum debt payments should come next in priority order after necessary living costs. If you don't, it can affect your credit score and make it more difficult for you to get future loans. You have more time and money to develop if you begin investing early. However, there is no assurance that you will profit from investing because the market can be unpredictable. You might be let down if your expectation was for your balance to improve quickly. No matter what choice you make, it will never be final. If your financial situation changes, or you're dissatisfied with how your money is being spent now, you can constantly adjust your budget. You must be in control of your financial future. Before using extra money to support these goals, make sure you have an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months worth of spending should be kept in an emergency fund, so you are covered in the event of unforeseen needs without other sources of income. One unforeseen medical bill, auto accident, or surprise expense might put you in even deeper debt. Some choose to accumulate a sizable emergency fund before paying off additional debt, especially those concerned about income loss. You can establish an investment strategy utilizing automatic deposits and follow it over time. Treating your investments as covered by your set spending limit. Your safety net will provide you with some financial breathing room. Before you know it, you'll be moving closer to retirement, a down payment on a home, a child's college education, or whatever goal you had in mind. Remember that it doesn't have to be all or nothing regarding saving, investing, and debt repayment. You don't need to concentrate on one item at a time. If you do, it can take longer to begin working on each of your objectives, which might postpone your achievement. Paying off debt and investing simultaneously is the best route to long-term financial sustainability. This strategy will assist you in developing better financial discipline and will ensure that every dollar you earn helps you get one step closer to attaining your financial objectives. Even though it can take a bit longer to accomplish each objective, try to strike a balance. This will benefit you in the long run and provide you with a solid financial basis. Remember that while the requirement to pay off the principal eventually is definite, investment returns are not when making judgments about debt reduction and investing. The performance of investments will change over time, and both gains and losses are likely. At the same time, it is commonly recognized that early investors can profit from compounding in time. There aren't any magic numbers, though, to develop an investment strategy that matches your financial expectations for the future. It is crucial to collaborate with your financial advisor. It's a desirable scenario to be in to have some additional money, but be a long-term thinker when deciding how much debt and capital to invest in the next 10 or so years. Visualize yourself in that position. Then consider the activities you can undertake right now that will be most helpful in achieving your long-term financial objectives. You alone may decide whether to invest or reduce your debt. Any option you select is preferable to simply spending it. Financially speaking, you'll be in a better place than you were. Well, I appreciate you all watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Please look out for my next video. Thanks all, and have a great day.